What's going on? How's everyone? I hope you are well. Obviously, we're going to be looking at the markets, and I know how valuable these videos are, which means that I'm never stopping. Each and every Monday, I'll be doing my market overview analysis, where we are looking at the markets, what I see, and how we can capitalize for the week. And so far, I see all these setups playing out the way that we've anticipated them. So if you're not taking these setups, obviously you are missing out. But if you are, then you are benefiting. It's a Bailey Samutupi, and today we are going to be looking at the market overview, like I did say. And what you can do for me is kindly just comment below what pairs or assets you are looking at, and on top of that, just as well, kindly like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because each and every Monday, this is the types of video you'll be alerted to when you turn on that notification bell, so you do not miss anything when it comes to these specific assets that I trade. So now let us take a look at it, and you will be able to just learn from these methods and some of the ways that I look at the markets. And at the same time, guys, if you are looking for a reliable broker that you can trade with, the link will be the very first link in the description, whereby you will get access to one of the best brokers out there and you can trade securely. So let us take a look at, we are now going to be starting with the NASDAQ US 100 markets, and looking at it here, I can already understand that the previous week we saw price playing around these methods here, and we saw that, okay, no, if price happens to bounce, giving us a third touch, there's a higher chance that price can as well go a bit more to the upside. But one thing that I like here is that looking at it, so one thing that I'll do is that I won't be going from the daily time frame each and every week when we're looking at the market analysis, only when I see that the daily time frame has been massively changed. So now I can see that it didn't change. We still have the same structures and stuff. Yes, we did execute some certain positions and stuff, but now the only thing that have changed would have been like some 4-hour momentum, or maybe like the 1-hour momentum, on which that's what we'll be talking on and looking at. But now let's say, for instance, looking at it here, one thing that I like is that I'm only playing around here today, so I'm now basically renewing my chart now with you. And looking at it, obviously price gave us a third touch here, tried to go up, but it didn't go up, and yet started correcting a bit, and then boom, we eventually just broke below these lows. So if I may just take this area, let me just take this area right here, even if I may remove this since it's not working anymore, and I put it right here on our previous support. You can see that the only way that we're looking for as sellers right here is if price happens to break below here. So let me just come on the 60-minute and see how that breakout did happen. So on the 60-minute, the breakout, how it happened is, yes, price came back, it went up, almost gave us like, that bullish momentum, went down. Obviously here you'd see a double bottom, and then here one thing that you do is obviously by looking at this double bottom, stop loss below, take profit, first take profit here, and boom, price went up, price went down, price went up. And someone out there would be like, you know what, yeah, I lost money, or maybe stop loss 1 2 3. And to be honest, this was a profitable trade, guys. You know why? Because looking at it, trade was up already by 2.5%, 2.2 percentages, meaning that by this time already some profits have been locked in. And when price actually goes up and comes down here and goes back up, we adjust our stop loss. We now move it here, and when price goes at least to 1%, 2% here, what we'll do is that we'll be putting our stop loss at least below here, structures here. So this way basically price would take us out. So now looking at the price eventually broke to the downside, and here we can see that a sellers was confirmed as soon as this candlestick closed below. So it was a sign of entry, stop loss obviously being here, and our first take profit at least being here at this level here next. So this is the way our first take profit would be at. So now looking at it, having my management line, this is how I have my management line. So even now price, I can see that it's pushing downwards, but it actually wants to play down a bit, on which what can happen is that price can either just still go down, hit take profit, and then try to go a bit more to the upside, or price can just play a bit more, give us that deeper correction, and then boom, go a bit more to the downside. So that's one thing that I'm looking for. This is my management line. Only if price happens to break above this management line, that's when maybe it will still continue seeing those buyers. So how far do I see it going down? Let us take a look at this. Let me remove this. How far do I see it going down? Since we broke this area here, my first take profit is here at the 90% rule, which is exactly here. I'm not 90% here at the first 4-hour support, but if we happen to forecasting. So this is how I would be doing my forecast. Obviously I said we can come here and then still go down. Take profit 1 has been reached, but if we happen to break below and then we see price just playing around here, obviously then we can still take more sells to the downside, because this is where our next take profit would be at, right here. Boom, this is where our next profit will be at. So this is how we can actually benefit and capitalize from the market, looking at it right here from NASDAQ. So this is looking beautiful, and I won't lie guys, I see the market dropping, because even like on the daily as well, like they like looking at it, this evening star has confirmed, and now we're shooting downwards, but this is like a major support area. So when it gets here, that's where it will determine for us if we're still continuing going down, or if we will just retest and go back up. And I can't say that we are gonna retest or we will go down. I only learn from the markets as they move. So this is how I see that happening. The only thing that I can do is just to give you guys how you can take advantage of a situation when it does happen to happen in that specific way, you understand? Because there's different types of situations that can happen. Like now I did show you how would be seen the buyers, how as well would be seen the sellers. So those are ways that you can actually go about it. Hey, I've noticed that you enjoy watching my videos and you gain a lot of value from it, but maybe you forgot to hit the subscribe button. The only thing that you can do for me is to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so you will be updated, or you'll be the first to know every time when I upload a video. Let's continue. Enjoy watching this video. So basically that's how I see NASDAQ or the US 100 markets. So what's going to happen now is I did show you guys on the 60-minute how we were looking at it. You guys did see. So on the smaller, like your 15 minutes, I doubt it's going to be needed for now. What we can do is move over to, let's just go to a pair GBP JPY, and then we'll come back to the last one, which is US 30 for all those index traders. I know you are like waiting to see what's going to happen with the market. So yeah, that's what we are going to be doing, and coming back right here. Okay, so with US 100, looking at it, price has been moving beautiful. I mean, with GBP JPY, price has been moving beautiful. So we are still within that correction that we spoke about, this bigger correction. If you haven't seen my previous video of how I understood this correction, check out on the patterns that we actually did speak about. I spoke about the top 3 patterns that I found to be profitable. So I see those patterns every single day when I'm trading. So I believe you can benefit from that. So go to my previous video and then you'll check that out. But with what I'm seeing here, I see price coming just a bit to the downside. Maybe up until somewhere here, and then continue going down, going upwards. Because remember, this buy, we did see this buy, guys. You can't say that we didn't see this buy. When price was still here, we're like, price is gonna come here, then it's gonna go up, and look at what happened. We profited from this move. So see what's happening now going downwards. So let us now looking at it on the 4-hour. We've got our first touches here. First touch, second touch, and this being our support area. This being our support area. Obviously price can just get you and go back to the upside, but now what can happen is that price as well might try to not form getting on support, like let's say giving us a higher low instead, and how would see that would see it by price respecting this trend line. Like so far we've got our first touch as well, second touch. Once price gets here on the third touch, on which I believe it makes sense, because looking at it, let me show you why I believe it makes sense. Because looking at it, this line right here, and if I take I think on the 60, this line right here, there's a higher chance that price can just get here, but it's also like it's not really that guaranteed type thing, because yeah. And having to put this being my pattern to the upside, because now I'm only looking for those massive buys. Like sellers, I'm not really on the seller's side. I'm not really looking on the sellers. Like I did say, yes, price can still go down up until maybe here, but I doubt that I'll even execute a sell on this position at all. The only thing that I'll be doing is maybe taking buys, even if I do happen to experience I do happen to experience some of those stop losses. But what happens is that I'm looking at this bigger movement. I'm looking at the buy is gonna be coming here. The sell will only come here, but the buy is gonna be coming here. So I'm looking at that bigger picture. So I think that's one of the reasons that when trading, you need to know what you are looking for, because that way you'd know if your loss is actually a loss or a profit. For me, I know my losses won't really be losses. They'll just be profits in a way that a normal a regular trader won't really understand why I say so, or why I do things that way. And obviously, if you're a member of the chasers, then you'd know. If you're a member of it, like I even said, like, you know, with some of my members, I was like, guys, the way that I even trust our signals and stuff, on which I'll even leave the link in the description. I was like, the way I trust our signals, if you blow your account trading our signals, the way applying the risk, the same way that we say you should apply it, if you blow account trading them that way, we will refund you 100% of your amount. And I really meant that, because I know that it's very hard to blow your account, especially if you speak. But if you come and I say, let's buy GBP JPY, and you just come with your own knowledge and you buy full margin, and you know the trade goes against us and you blow your account, obviously then now the fault is on you, because you didn't apply the right risks, you didn't do the right things that were supposed to be done. Because when we send out every signal, we tell you there what you should be doing in order of you to make sure that you make out the most out of that signal. And instead, we also even, like, you know, help you in terms of managing the trade. So if you do want those signals, the link will as well be in the description. But continuing with the GBP JPY, looking at it, this beautiful pattern here makes perfect sense. And yeah, I can see already on the top side we've got our third touches. Remember, the more touches we get, the more weaker price actually gets. So far I can see even here, first touch, second touch, third touch. And with our third touch, we actually experience a third touch here at this support right here, previous resistance right here. So we experience our third touch. And after that, see what happened. After that third touch, we actually got this engulfing candlestick, this engulfing. So yeah, obviously it means that you are now buying, and stop loss having it anywhere below here, and you are going up. Maybe first take profit would be here, but I know that I'm not looking to take profit here, and my stop loss won't be there. I won't have such a big stop loss. I'll show you guys how I'll be able to manage my stop loss. How I'd normally have it would be, let's say right here. I'll go maybe on the 15 minutes for instance, and I can see higher high, higher low price. As soon as price breaks higher high, I'm more likely to just buy. As soon as price breaks higher high right here, buy stop maybe. Stop loss would be anywhere around here. I'm more comfortable with the 30 pip stop loss, but let's see, 35 pip. It's okay, I'll take it. For now, I'll just take 34 pips maybe, and my take profit would be, let's see, my first take profit, how much I'm looking at. Boom, 5%. You see, I think it's important to look at what I've done in order of me to make sure that I actually make the most out of this. But this is not what I'm looking at. This 5% is just like, you know, what I can maybe make while hustling. But my second TP would be somewhere here, because this would be like touches here. But this line, it actually experienced more touches, so it got more weaker, me saying so. There's a high chance that it will break 10%, it will break. So my overall take profit basically is all the way up to here. So right here you can see that now we have flipped to 20% on just this single position. That's what I'm actually looking to do. And it's not just this. What I'll be doing is that I'll be making more from these positions, because remember, the market doesn't just move like this. I'll be making more from boom, 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 more, and boom, 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 more. So this is a resistance. Once price breaks, retest, I'll buy, have my stop loss be below, however it will allow me to put it, take profit above. And as well, the next one, this is the resistance. Once it breaks, have my thing, and right here, boom, and my stop loss, my take profit a bit more to the upside. And then looking at it, this will give me a 20%. This would more likely give me like close to 10%, maybe 8%, somewhere around those numbers. And this as well, maybe 7, 4, 5%, somewhere there. So when you add them all up, find out that I made over 30% on just one single trade, but multiple positions. That's why I say GBP JPY is the one trade that's gonna actually make my, you know, my month, my August month. So I have to manage it like a hawk. I have to look at it like this. So yeah, let us take a look at the very last one, on which I believe you guys waited patiently for, US 100. I mean US 30. US 30. Okay, US 30, guys, you know perfectly that we come from here at the bottom with it. Went up, went down. We saw this buy, went up. We ate from here, we went up. We ate from here, we went up. So basically, we've been going upwards. So even the sell, we had to adjust a bit with the sell, but we eventually had to win. So what happened is that we got to this resistance, we rejected, And as soon as we rejected, let me just do this. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. As soon as we rejected, right here at the sell, we went back up, we came back, it treated this as resistance, then we went down, came back to the support. So I can see now that price has broken out of structures right here, because this is how it happened. It has broken out of structures right here. But what I'm more likely to do is that I'm more likely to put my right here and right here, and I can see that with US 30, price can, because it broke out of here, price can come here at support, which is also the 90% rule for this breakout that happened here, and then that's when we'll start seeing the buy back to the upside. So let me just go back on the 60-minute to just see how we can maybe capitalize from it or anything similar to that. Okay, let me leave it like this. So yes, this break did happen. These are bottoms, so it means that there's a chance that we can go up, but going up can just mean that we are still playing around here at this area. So it's very important of us to be careful of how we actually play around these areas. And what happens is that when price happens to retest this area right here, this is the 4 hour though. Remember, I drew this from the 4 hour. So if you're gonna be looking at it from the 1 hour like I did now, I should be doing what? I should be adjusting back to the 1 hour, meaning that I should now be looking at my 1 hour lines where they're gonna be at. And let's say for instance, I can see that this is some area of support right here, and this is drawn from the 1 hour, this is drawn for the 4 hour. So I can even come here and change the visibility to 4 hours. So what it does is that it will be visible only on the 4 hour, but not on the 1 hour. But the 1 hour one here is very fair, very safe, and you can just come here, draw my line, and yes, we broke below, but we kept on rejecting. So I'm not gonna take this trade only up until, let's say, it goes back up and then it comes back down, and then it allows me, maybe on the 15 minutes, it allows me to be able to capitalize in a specific way whereby my stop loss would be safe. Like for now, what I'm seeing here is that I'm seeing a short-term sell, buy because of left shoulder, this head, this right shoulder. I'm seeing this movement, but only if the candle closes and it completes. So that's what can happen, and maybe it can push, maybe push up till here and then go back down. That's something that can happen, but once it does get there, I will then manage it like a hawk, and then I'll maybe execute that sell right here. Depending on my stop loss, I'll put it there, and my take profit would be all the way down here. Even if that doesn't happen, maybe I get a different type of a scenario. I'll only wait for price to confirm. Next candlestick should confirm with me, and then I'll put my sell stop below here, and I'll just have my stop loss be above and my take profit be here. But US 30 is not as clean as US 100 for me. I'm more likely to take US 100 because I'm comfortable buying US 30. I'm not comfortable selling US 30. US 100, I can sell it. I have no problem with that. I'm profitable actually even selling it. But with GBP JPY, I'm also more good with buying compared to selling. But with US 30, I'm more comfortable with buying. So if I want to basically sell, I'm more likely to sell US 100. But if I want to buy, I'm more likely to buy US 30. I think that's something that you should be doing as well, knowing that, like I've seen people that trade maybe GBP GBP CAD, GBP JPY, and they're buying and selling, buying and selling. No, you shouldn't do that. You should instead look at GBP maybe it's good for buying in terms of you using the way that you trade your strategy. Maybe GBP CAD is good for selling, looking at maybe the code currency, find out that the CAD is more stronger, not stronger than the pound, but whenever it actually moves, it moves the pound to a point where the sellers are stronger. Those things, you look at those things and then you are able to make a decision from that. But I hope you guys did get value from today's video. Just make sure that you comment below what your week is like, what setups are you looking at, and how you want to capitalize from the market. And as well, make sure that you have already clicked that like, abuse that like button, guys. Abuse that like button. And on top of that, just make sure that you subscribe and turn the notification bell on. I will be doing a giveaway soon, which we will be announcing very soon. So it's very important to turn on the notification bell. So when I do upload, you'll be the first to know about that giveaway, and you will not even miss out anything about that giveaway. So let us get straight to it, guys. I'll see you in the next YouTube video.